YouTube? I'm back with another video. It's been a while, but there hasn't been much going on. I've been doing a lot of indoor electric racing, so I usually focus on nitro on this, little YouTube stuff I'm doing. So anyway, I'm gonna get into something. Okay, you watch the video from Losi and they say that this box works. They say it's off by a millimeter, if I'm not mistaken, in the video. That's bullshit. This box will not work on this buggy. It lines up from the standpoint of this way, but first of all, this box has already been modified. I just did it. But anyway, this wheel, see how it's perfectly in the center of that cutout? Well, that wheel center is like over here before you modify it. Okay? And it will not work. I mean, you might be able to get the buggy started, but if you want to look like an idiot and wear out your box, burn your motor up in your box, wear out your wheel, rubbing it on you, that's fine. Go ahead. That's on you. But I'm going to tell you right now how to get that wheel lined up perfectly with that hole, just like that. Okay? What you want to do, take your lid off. You got 2 screws back here. You got 2 here. 2 right here. And 2 back here on the sides. Okay? Take your lid off. Undo these 2 screws that hold your batteries in. Undo this bolt here, that screw here, this screw here, and that screw there. Take the side of it off. Take off these 3 bolts and those 3 bolts, and this whole tray will come right out. There's a connection, you'll see them, they're in there. Just unconnect the motor from the power panel for the glow plug igniter here. There's only one you got to take off, it's the ground. I think it's actually this one right here. It's just a male to female connector. And then the other one's up top. It's screwed down to the switch that starts the box. It's just a little tabs. Okay, then you take your motor out. The thing is I just did a video, step-by-step video with the box all broke down, everything I did. And I don't know how to do a video editor. And, they got picture collages and shit. But you can't get a video one. Like it's a big fucking deal. Like, I'm going to turn into fucking Patrick Scorsese or whatever the fuck that guy's name is overnight with my phone. Give me a break, man. But let's get to the meat and potatoes of this shit. Martin Scorsese, whatever his name is. You got to move these holes over 5.5 millimeters, okay? Once you take this motor, it's mounted on a little thing right here. That's held on by these 4 bolts. This little plate in here that drives the motor. Just take these 4 out, the thing will come right off. You'll have a flat plate. There'll be nothing on it on the other side. You move the holes over 5.5 millimeters, okay? Trim your box side out. This side, you'll have it off the car, or off the box. Trim them so this thing will go back on. You got to trim your box out right here for the wheel. See, there's plenty of space in case this wheel's worn out. I don't know. I know I've replaced it once, but I don't know how wore out it is. So there's plenty of room in there. There's a few millimeters in case I put a new wheel on there. And then trim your lid out right here. 6.5 millimeters. Gives you plenty of room because the box lid goes down. You know what I mean? It gets close, so it's not the same as, you're going to have to trim this out a little bit more. Because you're getting down into the radius of the wheel, so it gets closer the more you push it down. So that's that. So now, when you put your car on here, you're right there. You're right in the middle. Okay? No rubbing. Right in the middle. So that's how you do that. You got to move the wheel over 5.5 millimeters. And you do that by moving it over on that pad. 5.5 millimeters. Drill the holes out. Put your screws back in. Clearance these so the lid sides will go back on all the way. Clearance this wheel out. Just cut back. Whatever. I didn't measure it. I just cut it out. Marked it out with a marker. So eyeball it. And then trim your lid out here 6.5 millimeters. Okay? And then your shit will be money. You look like a real pro. It ain't hard. All I used was friggin' these to do my marking out with, this punk ass Dremel from Harbor Freight, and a drill. Okay, it's like a 3mm drill bit, or 3/16 or whatever you want to use. Alright guys, there you have it. Losi 8X starter box mods. Later.